you have been looking at this phenomenon of the undercounting of deaths, not just in Gujarat but everywhere. And this is not the first time that the Gujarat has raised red flags, but we are seeing a significant gap between the official figures and what all these other sources of data like death certificates and so on are throwing up. One estimate, as I said, suggested a gap of almost 60,000 deaths unexplained.
Yes, indeed. First of all, I suppose one should clarify that in 2020, because of national lockdown, it's possible that there were unregistered deaths or delays to death registration. So perhaps instead of looking at 2020 data and comparing it to 2021, we should look back a bit further to historical data and say how many deaths would you expect in that period of time. So, in a 71-day period of time from the 1st of March to the 10th of May. And historical data says you should expect about 80,000, 80, 82, right. 84. So, roughly that many. And what you actually saw was almost 124,000, 1.2 lakhs, and a little bit more than that. So you were seeing a mismatch of about 40,000 deaths with relative to historical data. And I feel that, obviously, as you've pointed out, that's a vastly different figure from the 4,000 recorded COVID deaths during this period. But it's also very consistent with all the other reports that you've talked about, with reports from crematoria, reports about COVID protocol funerals versus actually recorded deaths. So it's a mismatch, which is huge, it's shocking, it's a tragedy, but at the same time, it's not entirely unexpected based on the other data we've been seeing.